it's been great so far. A lot's going on, you know, so much to do in so little time, but very good so far. Happy, you know, content, and looking forward to what's ahead. So I always say this, like I have a really short memory. So it's like, I mean, in the moment it's like amazing, and then after a while I just forget. But then let me try and think. I think maybe just someone said, you know, that they love the way I carry myself, and you know, that I'm just very unique and different, and I like that. It's a nice compliment, isn't it? I really liked it. When I got the script for 2 weeks in Lagos, like I instantly felt like it was a very nice script. It's uniquely told. I mean, the story is uniquely told, and I love the characters as well. And I love the way they just, it's a love story, don't get me wrong, but I love their take on this love story. I love how everything just comes together in the most magical and the most beautiful way. And I think people will appreciate that about the film as well. No, actually, I really enjoyed working with everyone on set, from the director to the actors to the crew members. I think everyone came together and delivered and did what was necessary to ensure that we had a fantastic film. So I feel like it went really well, and I think people get to see that when they see the film. I mean, it was a great experience for me. I've worked with all of them before, so nothing was new for me. So it's always nice working with them, and it's always nice, you know, bringing out new characteristics for each character. One thing that's like extremely unique about this film is that almost everyone that's in this film brings something new. And by that, I mean, if you feel like you've seen them perform one way or act a certain type of role, you're going to get the complete opposite in this film, which is something that I feel is really cool. Like Auntie Joke's character, like we're used to being like the homely, you know, mother, the one that's the nurturing mother, the one that's always taking care of the family and stuff like that. But in this film, you're going to get something totally different, something totally unexpected. Yeah, so I feel like everyone plays something very unique, very different, and it's going to be really fascinating to watch. I would also say, something. I think the fact that, you know, we really challenge whether or not it's possible to find love in Lagos within 2 weeks. You know, I had a conversation earlier about this, and people were like, it's not possible, it's not possible. But then we had another argument that said that it was possible. So this film kind of challenges that and tries to decipher whether or not it is possible. It's really beautifully played, and people will really enjoy it for that reason. There's comedy in there, there's romance in there, there's a lot of drama in there too. So you're kind of killing 3 birds with 1 stone, which is always a good idea. Finding love in Lagos, you know, the love life obviously has its ups and downs. I'm not going to disclose whether it's up or down right now, but yeah, I mean, there are some interesting characters out there. So I just feel like, as a Nigerian woman in 21st century Nigeria, just, you know, be cautious and don't fall in love with someone that's married to someone else, for example. There's a reason why I said this. Oh yeah, Skinny Girl in Transit. I knew it came from somewhere. But yeah, so just be careful when you're choosing to fall in love, and make sure you know everything about that person, and don't rush into anything. That's my thing, you know, don't rush into anything, and make sure that you're going into a relationship or a marriage for the right reasons. You will find out on my wedding day. How about that?
Interesting.
For me, I mean, it was definitely passion. I joined Nollywood because of passion. I finished university, and, you know, it was either stay in London and do a 9 to 5 and hope that you get some kind of opportunity, or move to Nigeria that actually has a thriving film industry, a growing one as well, and see what you can achieve. And I chose the latter, and I'm glad I did, because the rest has been history. But I can speak Pidgin. The thing is, if I speak Pidgin, I will have an accent. Do you understand? But if it comes to, like, you know, maybe I want to price something and I say, how much is this? Oh no, that's English. But anyway, but you know what I mean? No, but seriously, if I need to price something, maybe I'm dealing with a hawker or something, and I need to price something, I can do it convincingly, especially if I really want to make sure that person doesn't detect my accent, because I know what it's like. The second they hear your accent, it's like, Mungu don't land. So, you know, that was Pidgin. See? So I can actually do a Nigerian accent, you know. It just depends on the project. I've done it a number of times. I've done it. I mean, I had a Nigerian accent in Catcher, for example, which was directed by Walter Banga. I had a Nigerian accent in another film called Shijuomi. That film hasn't come out yet. So like I can do it. It just depends on the film, and it depends on what's required of me. Most times I tend to drop my accent as opposed to completely removing my accent. I tend to drop it so that I can be understood a lot easily, you know, by most Nigerians. And not only that, it's never really been important to the story, you know. So yeah, if I'm required to, I'll do it. It wasn't anything in particular. It was just an observation, really. I had a really fantastic interview around that period. It was a really good interview, and I read it from start to finish, and I absolutely loved it. But the only thing is, I just wish that they chose to focus on something that was in the interview, as opposed to marital status, which is a really big trend in Nigeria when it comes to females granting interviews. So it wasn't like an attack or anything. It was an observation. And I just feel like, you know, I think we should collectively do better to ensure that we're kind of presenting women as more than just people that are suitable for marriage. You know, there's more to being a woman. So that's basically it. Nothing personal, just an observation. The thing is, I'm weird because I'm probably in the minority of people that have that has an issue with that statement, you know, only because I just feel like I mean, first and foremost, I'm a human being. Do you get what I mean? So whether I'm black, whether I'm yellow, whether I'm whatever, I'm achieving, you know, and that's what's important to me. So all this, you know, first woman to do this or first black person, you know, I mean, I'm different in that regard. Like, I'm just happy that I achieved it. If I'm the first person, that's fantastic. But then I feel like when we have to have all these labels and stuff like that, it kind of trivializes the achievement itself. Yeah. So the motivation was just the fact that I'm very passionate about the topic, you know, colorism, and the main actual reason was that, you know, I wanted to, in 2014, I wanted to start an anti-bullying campaign, you know, and that stemmed from me being bullied when I was a young child and a teenager. So it really affected my self-esteem as I got older and then I became a woman. Like, I was very affected by all the negativity that I received and all the, you know, negative remarks and stuff like that. So when I finally started to discover myself and really find my self-esteem, it really became important to me to inspire other young people to, you know, love themselves and appreciate the way God made them, you know, because I felt like if I had understood this, even though I had always been told, you know, by my family that I was beautiful and I was enough, I never truly believed it, you know, but I felt like if I could be the voice that kind of gives young people the opportunity to realize how worthy and how powerful they are from an early age, and I can positively impact how they see themselves when they get to my age, you know? So initially it was supposed to be an anti-bullying campaign, and then I started doing some research on colorism, and I just realized that colorism is a real issue in Nigeria, and it's also another form of bullying. So I was like, okay, let's kill two birds with one stone. And as a result of that, I became very passionate about the issue of colorism in our society. And from 2014, I've been on this journey since then. And I'm glad to see how far the conversation has gone, as well as the documentary as well. My skin routine is quite simple, actually. I don't do anything complicated or complex, you know. I don't, you know, I just literally drink lots of water, which is very important. Lots of fruit, well, specifically oranges, because they have high levels of citrus, and it's very good for our skin. If you want to detox and stuff like that, oranges are amazing for our skin. Yes, in regards to products that I use like cocoa butter, for example. Shea butter is also really good, and coconut oil, so basically organic products. And yeah, and I make sure I wash my face and I cleanse my face twice a day. Very important. So yeah, that's it. Very simple. The secret, I mean, in the early years, it's definitely, I mean, I I don't even do as much as I used to, you know, to my natural hair, but I always ensure that I wash my hair, you know, regularly. Protein treatments are important too, because you have to make sure that you're keeping your strands as healthy and as thick as possible. So yeah, in regards to products, again, coconut oil is fantastic for natural hair. Argan oil is really good as well. And protective styling, that's important, you know, like I wear wigs a lot now, mainly because it's important for me to protect my natural hair, you know. So yeah, so protective styling, braids, for example, wigs. Like I said, I wear a lot of wigs and I leave my hair corn rolled underneath for, you know, a good amount of time, just to ensure that my hair is growing underneath this wig. So when I take it out, it's longer than it was before. So yeah. My fashion style, I would say for me, it's, you know, sexy but classy. Like that's been my style for years. Also statements. I love statement pieces. I love to stand out on the red carpet. I'm not going to deny it. And I always love to look good. It's important to me to always look good. And everyday fashion, I mean, easy breezy. I don't like anything too complicated. I love jeans. I love denim. And yeah, just easy breezy type of fashion. But on the red carpets, I love to stand out and I love to feel confident in whatever I've chosen to wear. Oh, in 2020, I've had a few actually. I mean, there's a Mazel studio outfit that I wore recently. It was burnt orange, the trousers, the pants. I wore it to the AMVCA nomination party. And then it had like an orange sequined top. I love that outfit. I think that was one of my favorites this year. Like I said, I have a short memory, so it's a struggle. The only reason why I remember this is because it just happened the other day, so. 10 billion% nude makeup over bold. I think for me, I've just accepted it. Less is more. The more you do, like as far as makeup and even fashion sometimes, the more you do, the more I'm drowned. Like you just don't even see me anymore. It's always a what the F moment. Well, I can say that, right? Anyway, yeah, it's acronym. But anyway, yeah, less is always more for me. And I live by that. I'm never changing it. I mean, I've got some interesting film projects that are coming out. I'm working on a lot more personal projects right now, which are taking a lot of my time. The documentary is still there. It's going far and wide. I'm grateful for that. We've got the AMVCAs next week. I win, I hope I win. But anyway, yeah, we've got that next week. And yeah, it's just going to be a really, really interesting year. A lot of great things are happening. I'm launching a couple of new businesses as well. I am going into production and doing my own thing. And I also have some films that I star in that are coming out soon as well. So it's a great and exciting year ahead. I would say you need to see it. It's a really good film. There's a lot of drama in it. There's a lot of, you know, romance, and there's a lot of comedy as well. So I feel like it's a film that everyone would want to see. And it stars most of your favorite actors as well. And you're seeing them in a very different light, as I said earlier. If you're used to seeing them in a different way, this film turns that on its head and you get to see them in a completely different light. So you'll love it for that reason. And yeah, we're all looking forward to it. So make sure you go see it. Hi, everyone. It's me, Beverly Naya, and you are watching Pulsetv.